What up, everybody? I'm Tiffany, and today I am dressed in all black and have this beautiful thing that we're gonna pretend is a stela. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm gonna go with steel because it looks like that. Because I just finished reading City of Bones, the Mortal Instruments series. I got up because Shadowhunters wear all black, so that's why I'm dressed like this. And they have little steely things that they use to draw runes. So I have that too. Go me! The Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. This book is a fantasy series. The first book got a 4.12 on Goodreads, which is pretty good again. This is a very, very, very popular series. Like, a lot of people have heard of it. They made a movie on it, though it didn't do that well. But still, they did make a movie on it. In the book community, this is insane if you haven't heard of this. And it's very strange if you haven't read it yet, like I was until recently. I can say I've read it now. And for those of you who don't know, it follows this girl named Clarissa Frey is her full name. She has lived a normal life pretty much her whole life. Something happens to her mom, and then she ends up getting whisked into this world of crazy demons and monsters and all types of different creatures. And she finds out she's a shadow hunter, kind of how I'm dressed-ish. Shadow hunters are the people who hunt demons. She finds out she's one of those, and it's all about her adventure and her discovering this new world. The first book is really about introducing you to this new world. Now, if you're really big on, like me, different types of creatures and species and stuff like that, and that type of world building, this is your type of book, because it has so many different creatures. You have vampires and werewolves, of course, you have zombies, you have all these different types of demons, you have fairies, you have pretty much every type of mythical creature you can think of in this book. So for me, this was amazing, because I love learning about those different types of things. The City of Bones Mortal Instruments series is part of a very big universe written by Cassandra Clare. There's the Infernal Devices series, which follows this one. It actually intertwines in between. And then she has Lady Midnight out now, which is also part of this realm. But they're all separate and they all follow different individuals. But the Mortal Instruments series was the first series in this world. If you haven't read this yet, I really suggest you do. Going into this, for me, I was a little apprehensive myself, not necessarily because I doubted it was a good book, but because I heard from a lot of people that you have to get through this book. The second book's better, but you need to still get through it, and then the third book just, bam, hits like that. My worst fear was that I would read this and not want to continue. I think my lower expectations actually really helped me enjoy this book, because I had a great time and was loving this. It had comedic elements, it was making me laugh, which is pretty cool because books don't usually make me laugh a ton. I'm not one who breaks down into tears or completely laughs out loud unless something is really, really funny or really, really sad. So, good job. It made me laugh a couple of times. If you haven't read this series, I suggest you do, and give this book a chance. I'd say go in not with super high expectations, because it helps this book a lot. There was some stuff, of course, that bugged me, but it was still overall a really good book. This is basically all I can say without completely going into spoilery stuff, because this book is amazing and there's so much stuff I need to talk about. So if you haven't read this book, go read it, then we can come back and discuss and have fun together. Guys, thank you so much. I don't know the rune for goodbye, or leave, but go away, non-spoilery people. I'll catch you later. You gone? Okay, because I will use my steel on you if you're not gone. This book, it just really surprised me and shocked me and just took me on a roller coaster that I was not expecting. Again, like I said, my expectations were low, so I wasn't expecting a ton from this book, and it completely satisfied me. So let's talk about the different characters. I'm going to talk about the side characters first a little bit. I loved Alec and Isabel. They were awesome. I felt really bad for Alec, but I do love that dynamic that he is gay. I don't see that much, where you have this gay character who's in love with one of the main characters, so that was really cool to me, and it definitely added an element to this whole fiasco of love I don't even know what to call it. A love triangle, sort of. It's confusing. Isabel was just a lot of fun. She was very sassy, but she wasn't super mean or anything like that. I want more Isabel a little bit. I'm excited to see how her character develops because she seems like she can be awesome and amazing and spectacular. Luke, I also really liked because I don't know why. I was imagining him as Ryan Gosling, sort of. Don't really know why. He's just this very warm figure that you just really love. And I was so mad at Clary because she kept thinking that Luke abandoned her. There's no way he just abandoned you after everything you've gone through. Use your mind. I called he was a werewolf though, because I watched Twilight and Vampire Diaries and all that, and they mentioned he had chains in his room. And I was like, he's a werewolf. He's chaining himself up. He actually has better control over it than I thought. But still, he's a werewolf. Clary, come on, use your mind. Use your mind just a little bit. Gosh. You also had Magnus. Magnus was interesting. I love his dynamic with Alec. You barely see them interact that much, but you can tell Magnus likes Alec. So it just is really cute. And I hope that develops because I want Alec to have somebody for him. He needs somebody besides Jace because Jace isn't going to pay attention to him in the way he wants. Jace! Hands down my favorite character in this book. He was funny, he had all these witty comments. I don't know why I loved him so much because he's kind of a jerk, but it worked and I loved him and he was spectacular. So go Jace. Favorite. The love triangle that really centers around it, at least in this first book, is Jace, Clary, Simon. I don't know how to feel about Simon. He's a nice dude and he has his funny moments. I like him, but I don't like him and Clary. I feel like they're too good of friends to become anything more. I don't like Simon as a couple with Clary. He's a good person otherwise, though. I do like him as a person. And then we meet Valentine, the villain of this whole giant thing, and I was imagining Michael Fassbender the whole entire time. That was kind of fun. I'm waiting to see how evil he gets, because I know everybody absolutely despises him. And he's already pretty bad, like the way he uses Jace and manipulated him and his whole childhood with Jace. Whew, no, that's not okay. So let's talk about some of the stuff that happened. We also met some of the vampires with Raphael. I really liked that whole scene. It was very action-packed, it was scary. When Simon bit Raphael as a rat, it was kind of funny. Poor Simon for being turned into a rat, just saying. All of the action scenes were really good in this. So, good job to Cassandra Clary, you write good action scenes. Let's talk about Clary for a minute. Clary, for some reason, annoyed me so badly. And I like her personality a lot, but in fights and stuff, she just screamed. She just screamed and stood there, and I don't like that in a main character. You better get your act together and kick some butt, because I don't want you screaming and being the damsel in distress this whole entire thing, okay? Okay? Clary, get your act together, because she irritated me a ton in this book. She was useless, and I get that she's being introduced to this world, and she's gone through a lot, but still, come on. Usually my characters are just kick butt right away. She needs to go ahead and do that. The part that got me really mad was at the end, because I loved Jace and Clary, and they were awesome, and I was all ready for them to be a beautiful couple that developed and probably break up at one point in this series, but then get back together, and then no. They're brother and sister. That got me really mad, and my heart just broke. Like, that's the end. Nope, that's not okay. That is not okay. How dare you trick me like that? I thought they were going to be a perfect little couple, and you just ruined it by making them related. And all their scenes going back, you just feel like this is kind of disgusting now, because they're brother and sister, alright? This isn't Game of Thrones, okay? Incest is not okay. Well, it's not okay in Game of Thrones either, but still, just saying, I was mad because I wasn't expecting that in this book. So this has made a really confusing love triangle, because you have Simon, but I don't like Simon with Clary, and then you have Jace, but Jace is her brother, so that doesn't really work. It's confusing my mind, guys. It was still a little bit predictable, though. I did see, like I said, I saw Luke coming as being a werewolf. I did see Valentine being Clary's father when they said that Jocelyn was married to Valentine. I'm like, that's gotta be her dad. Oh, Hodge. We did talk about Hodge. Hodge betraying, I did not see coming. I was really mad because I liked Hodge. I was imagining him as like Dustin Hoffman from Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. Go look it up. You'll see who I was imagining. That sucked. That sucked. It was like Hodge betrays and then you find out that Jace is Clary's brother. Like, that was very frustrating. That was a very frustrating ending. No, it's not okay. Hodge, I want to see, because he's still alive, he's still out there. I want to know what happens to Hodge, because we need to have a little discussion with Hodge and ask him why, and he needs to get a lesson, okay? He needs to get a lesson. But overall, this book, it was super duper good. The main thing about it was just that it was really an introductory book. It was introducing you to different types of demons and half-demons and people, mundanes. It's set up a lot of interesting dynamics with Alec being gay. You have Clary and Jace. Not really sure what's going to happen with that. You have Simon that really likes her, who for some reason she couldn't see liked her. Clary. She was very naive and dumb in this book. She needs to get smarter. I kind of already maybe have almost finished the second book, so I'll have the second book up really soon, probably, after this one. But there's just a whole lot of stuff in both that I felt like I needed to separate them. So I hope you enjoyed this and let me vent out my frustrations. And I can't wait to see how the rest of the series goes. I really liked this book. It was fun, and it just captivated me the whole entire time. Guys, thank you for joining me today. I hope you are having an amazing, spectacular, awesome day. And if you have any other book recommendations or movie recommendations, please leave them in the comments below, because I love recommendations, because it gives me an excuse to read stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for everything. Have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time of the day it is there. And thanks for joining me. Goodbye.